The following presentation is for informational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure your condition, or to be a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professional. Welcome to Tools for Healing and Well-being. I'm your host, Elaine Jagelski. In this episode, we will explore a number of mindfulness practices that you could do for yourself. We're going to combine the following listed ones just a little bit later. The first practice is self-hypnosis, and it's a process in which you would guide yourself into a hypnotic, or really it's just a deeply relaxed state through focused attention and mental imagery. This state allows you to bypass the conscious mind and directly influence the subconscious mind with positive suggestions, helping with stress relief, behavioral changes, pain management, and relaxation. So, for example, you might use self-hypnosis to assist with a behavioral change by relaxing deeply and repeating positive affirmations such as, I choose to be healthy and free from smoking, or free from whatever it is you are trying to change. Autogenic training is the second technique, and it's a self-relaxation technique that involves repeating a set of visual and verbal cues to elicit a deep state of relaxation in your body. It focuses on creating sensations of warmth and heaviness in different parts of the body, which helps you reduce stress and achieve mental and physical relaxation. So, for example, during autogenic training, you might focus on making your arm feel warm and heavy by repeating phrases such as, my right arm is heavy and warm, which gradually calms your body and mind. The third technique is guided visualization or guided imagery. And it's a technique in which you might follow verbal instructions, which can be delivered by yourself as well, to mentally create images that promote relaxation, healing, or goal achievement. It often involves imagining peaceful scenes or visualizing specific outcomes like success in a task, helping to relax your mind, manage stress, and improve focus. So, for example, a guided visualization might involve closing your eyes and imagining a calm beach, focusing on the sights, sounds, and feelings of being there to induce relaxation and mental clarity. So here's a few of the combined benefits of the previously mentioned techniques. The first one being stress reduction and relaxation. All three techniques promote deep relaxation and reduce stress by engaging the body's natural relaxation response by focusing on calming imagery, verbal cues, or positive suggestions. They help you to lower anxiety along with cortisol levels, creating a sense of mental and physical calm. The second benefit is improved mental focus and performance. These methods enhance focus, concentration, and mental clarity. Whatever you might be involved in your life, you can use them to mentally rehearse tasks or visualize success, improving performance, and achieving goals with greater precision and confidence. The third benefit is pain management. Whether you might be managing chronic pain or recovering from an injury, these techniques help shift the perception of pain and promote healing. They've been effective in pain relief by altering the way the brain processes pain signals and can induce physical relaxation that alleviates tension and discomfort. The fourth benefit is emotional regulation and mental resilience. Practicing these techniques strengthens emotional control and fosters resilience by reducing emotional reactivity. They help you manage anxiety, depression, and emotional stress, promoting greater well-being and emotional balance. The fifth benefit is improved sleep and recovery. Regular practice of these relaxation methods leads to better sleep quality by calming your mind and body before bedtime. They promote recovery from physical exertion or stress, supporting overall health and well-being. The sixth benefit is behavioral change and motivation. Through positive reinforcement and visualization, self-hypnosis and guided imagery can help drive motivation, instill confidence, and facilitate behavioral changes. This is useful for overcoming habits such as smoking or unhealthy eating or boosting self-esteem. Welcome, Pardeep, to a guided mindfulness practice for happiness, or for whatever you might want to use it for. But,
Thank you.
So if you don't mind just telling us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Pardeep Athwal. I am living here in Lethbridge, Alberta. I grew up in Ontario. I'm a chiropractor, acupuncturist, craniosacral therapist. I own Back in Balance Wellness Center. And we're adding in some yoga and meditation coming into the fall. So just all of this, getting a call from you is right up my alley, all the things that we do. So mindfulness, I find, is really important.
Excellent. And the business is in Lethbridge as well?
It is, yes. It's just on 3rd Ave and 3rd Street.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so what else do you do as far as when you're not doing all of those things? Because that sounds like a lot, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
What else? Are you engaged in any activities or hobbies that?
Most of my time is with either out in nature, but usually live music. I'm a fan of music, fan of dancing. So just getting out there into the art scene. I'm not a musician, but I appreciate all of the music that's out there.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's wonderful. All right. So we're going to move into it's actually a combination of techniques.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a combination of elements of self-hypnosis, of something called autogenic training, which actually goes back to 1932. It was developed by Johann Schultz. And so I'll talk a little bit about that when we get to that portion of it, and a little bit of guided visualization.
Okay.
And so it's combining those practices in a way that is to create a deep relaxation with the person. Because I know sometimes when a person just hears self-hypnosis, they might get a little freaked out, like, am I going to cluck like a chicken, or those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it's not that at all. And of course, now this session is facilitated, but if you or anyone else was doing this for themselves, they would just kind of follow the same sorts of things, but they could talk to themselves.
Okay.
And they could come up with whatever statements or phrases that feels pertinent to them, and because there's really no right and wrong, this is exactly how you have to do it, or there's a very specific script.
Right.
You kind of follow as best you can, coming up with whatever's coming to the person, whatever you're feeling, those sorts of things. So the first portion, and we talked about the benefits of this in a different segment, but we're just going to do some breathing. So just kind of just prepping you as far as what's going to happen. So we're just going to start with some nice, deep diaphragmatic breathing. I'll talk you through all of this. All right. Then we're going to move into that autogenic training. Okay. Which, again, the purpose is just to get you even more relaxed. Now, as we go through some of these segments, I might have you do something, and then for the purpose of this, I'll say why
Okay.
I'm having you do something.
Yeah, that's great.
And then we'll get into just a little bit of a guided visualization. Now, you had identified in a previous brief conversation that one of the things that, well, you go ahead and you can describe what are you hoping to focus on in
Well,
this
you had asked,
session?
is there any behavior modifications or anything that I'd like to change? And I am a lifelong procrastinator. So running a business, I love my time with my patients. I love time with my staff, but I'm horrible at sitting at the office and actually like getting the paperwork done, which then creates stress and anxiety, or I won't go do other things because I'm not managing my time properly. Now, obviously, I've had to manage time properly to get through all the school that I've done. But yeah, I feel like without the deadlines that like sometimes I think I would fire myself if I wasn't my own boss. Right. Yeah, because there are things that need to get done and I just create my own stress by procrastinating. But I did that my whole life and it always was rewarded because I did well. I'd wait until the last minute to study, but I would do really well on the exam, right? So now it's just gotten to the point where that would be if I could actually just create, you know, an actual schedule that I will follow, which I have tried to do many times, but I'll still, you know, spend all the time creating this beautiful time-blocked schedule, and then I don't follow it.
Okay. And does that create, when that doesn't occur, so when you find yourself, when you're in the procrastination mode and it's like, oh no, I now only have this much time, and even leading up to it, does that create any stress or tension for you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's an aspect of it, which is very, very common. That's
Yeah.
very normal to experience that as part of
And there are times like, well, why wouldn't I want to do this? I know that when I get started, I'm going to feel really good about accomplishing this, right? And I think about that feeling of when you're finally done that task and it feels so good, but it's the start.
Right.
I'd rather, and I would say it's gotten worse since like the last 5 years, having stress in life. You know, like life experiences have happened, but then with COVID and expanding the business, just a lot has happened where I feel like I'm sort of in a freeze state more so than fight or flight, right? I'm just kind of, I do what I have to do and then it's really hard to get going on something that I don't necessarily enjoy doing.
Yeah, and that is absolutely understandable. According to the World Health Organization, anxiety is the number one mental health disorder, or disorder isn't the right word, but condition at this time. So it is a global issue.
Yeah.
And so any methods a person can utilize to decrease that would be fantastic. So, and I'm not necessarily suggesting that this one session is going to get rid of everything, get rid of all of it.
It would be great if it would.
However, and who knows?
Right.
Who knows? Hopefully it'll create a difference, or a method to begin to shift into a different way of approaching.
Yeah, and I do work with a lot of people, like with acupuncture for anxiety, right? That's huge. It's so helpful. And I am grateful that I haven't had that a lot in my life, right? Anxiety is not something that I suffer with on a daily basis. But to now experience some of that is, like, it helps me to identify and relate to a lot of my patients too, because it could be situational and that's sort of how it feels. But when it's long term, right, it really takes a toll.
Yeah, but you're right. It does lend itself to bringing a whole new perspective to when you are dealing with individuals, as opposed just coming from the theoretical perspective to actually be able to go, oh, I understand how this feels. All right, so let's get into this. So feel free to close your eyes if you want, but you can keep them open with this as well.
Sure.
It's whatever, and you can open or close, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
All right. And so often with closing eyes, it cuts out about 85% of the external stimuli. However, it's not you have to.
Okay.
And so just, and if you need to shift at all during any of this, just do that. Just tell yourself it actually helps you relax even more so, rather than, if I move, I'm going to, take myself out of this state or something. It's like, no, not at all.
Okay.
And just as a gauge, just to see where you're feeling to begin with, if 0 is really calm and 10 is almost having a panic attack, just for yourself, just kind of pick a number. And at this point in time, it might not be super high or anything because we're just sitting here chatting. And, but nonetheless, just kind of find a gauge that you can, and we'll potentially refer to that after. All
Okay.
right? So feel free to take a couple of nice deep breaths, and just in whatever manner you can, really focusing on getting that breath down low, deep down, using that diaphragm. So once again, using that diaphragmatic breathing. So you're breathing as deeply as possible. And when you're just sort of checking in with your body, either with your hands or just sensing, to not have a lot of movement in the chest, but to really feel the bottom of the rib cage expanding. And just as you're doing that, just the question of, are you a visual person? Are you able to visualize? Is that
Yeah. It is
you're
something I
capable
do.
of that? Okay, wonderful.
Yep.
Okay, so just continue to take those nice deep breaths. Okay, and just build in as you're taking the breaths that any sounds you hear, just in case there are any noises or sounds, that it just takes you deeper into yourself. It actually helps you relax. It doesn't pull you away or out. And again, any movements, they just help you to relax even further, even further. Now, for a few of those breaths, you're going to keep your eyelids closed, but you're going to take your eyes as if you were trying to look up into your hairline. Okay, so your eyelids stay closed, but you're looking up as high as you can. And what this does is it's a way to more quickly get your mind into, or get your brain waves into alpha, which is a more daydream, intuitive state. Right? And then you can just let the eyeballs go wherever they go. Great. All right. Now, for the next portion, I'm going to say a phrase, and I just want you to repeat it, right? And so the first phrase is, my arms feel very heavy.
My arms feel very heavy.
We're going to repeat that a few times. So go ahead with 5 more times. I'll count for you so you don't have to keep track. So the second time.
Out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
My arms.
My arms feel very heavy.
3,
My arms feel very heavy.
4,
My arms feel very heavy.
5,
My arms feel very heavy.
and 6.
My arms feel very heavy.
And then say, I am completely calm.
I am completely calm.
The next phrase is, my arms feel very warm.
My arms feel very warm.
2,
My arms feel very warm.
3,
My arms feel very warm.
4,
My arms feel very warm.
5,
My arms feel very warm.
6,
My arms feel very warm.
and then I am completely calm.
I am completely calm.
My legs feel very heavy.
My legs feel very heavy.
2,
My legs feel very heavy.
3,
My legs feel very heavy.
4,
My legs feel very heavy.
5,
My legs feel very heavy.
6.
My legs feel very heavy.
I feel completely calm.
I feel completely calm.
My legs feel very warm.
My legs feel very warm.
2,
My legs feel very warm.
3,
My legs feel very warm.
4,
My legs feel very warm.
5,
My legs feel very warm.
6.
My legs feel very warm.
I am completely calm.
I am completely calm.
You're going to imagine a screen ahead of you, just off in the distance a little bit. And it's slightly up, so your eyeballs won't be as high as they were last time, but just slightly lifted, maybe a 30, 35 degree angle. And you're going to notice on the screen a situation, maybe something that's currently occurring that you're putting off, or something that you typically put off. And you can visualize that however you want. Maybe it's the actual items or a daily planner or yourself not feeling especially happy about having to do these tasks but not completing them. And then you're going to put all of that into a box. And the box can be whatever size seems appropriate to put all these things into. So just place everything into the box. And again, the box might change shapes as you begin to do that. And once you've done that, put the lid on the box. And then you're going to slide it over to your left, into the past. And above, you notice that there is this huge sign that says, task completed fully and enjoyably. So you just see that, and it's done. You're then going to shift your attention back toward in front of you, and you're going to see yourself, imagine yourself feeling good, positive, happy about having completed the task. So just allow yourself to feel that. What would it feel like? How does it feel when it gets done enjoyably? And you want to tell yourself, and these ones you don't have to say out loud. You can say in your head, or you can say them out loud if you like. I am capable of completing my tasks enjoyably and on time.
I am capable of completing my tasks enjoyably and on time.
And then just repeat that and let yourself feel what that would actually feel like. That I am capable of completing my tasks enjoyably and on time. And really enhancing the colors and the sensation of what you would look like, and maybe even whatever surroundings you might see yourself in. Make that as vivid as possible. And for those individuals that perhaps try this and they're not able to visualize, then really focus on the feeling. And even if you can visualize, focus on how it would feel to be able to complete tasks in a very enjoyable way. And you may either out loud or to yourself say, my mind is now coming up with solutions of how to complete my tasks enjoyably and on time. So just thinking about how your mind is already at work, coming up with solutions. And you might say to yourself or out loud, I allow new perspectives and new ways of approaching my tasks enjoyably. And letting yourself feel that as much as you can. And again, making it very vivid as far as whatever you might see. And then, again, either out loud or to yourself, I am fully capable of completing my tasks enjoyably and fully on time. This is getting easier and easier. I am capable of allowing it to be easier and easier. It doesn't matter if I don't know exactly how in this moment. My mind is coming up with solutions. I am fully capable of completing my tasks enjoyably on time. And so maybe just finish with saying that out loud once. I am fully capable of completing my tasks enjoyably on time.
I am fully capable of completing my tasks enjoyably and on time.
And just let yourself feel what that would feel like, just as best as you can. All right. And then just let that go. Just kind of bring your awareness back into the room. And whenever you feel comfortable, just open your eyes. Okay. Now, how is that for you?
Yeah, it felt very, very relaxing. The visualization was really nice to be able to embody what that sensation could be.
Okay. All right.
The feeling of being complete and enjoying it.
Great.
That's a good word to add into it, because I mean, you have to do it anyway. You may as well enjoy it, right? Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
As opposed to looking at it like it's some horrid task that I have to complete.
And usually there's reasons for that. And chances are you've looked into this as far as when it comes to something like procrastination, as far as why, right? Why? And often there's some aspect of either not doing it well enough. For some people, there may be perfectionist aspects, like, well, I don't have time to do it well enough, or I don't feel like I can do this aspect well enough, or this isn't my thing, so I'm not that great at it, or whatever it might be.
Right.
And but letting your mind come up with, how can this be more enjoyable? What could that possibly look like? And then just over the next while, allowing that to come to you, right? Allowing those inspirations to hopefully appear, and then choosing whatever you want to do with that.
Yeah.
Going back to the relaxation aspect,
Yes.
what did you notice a difference as far as when we first started to at this point in time? Was there a decrease? Did it stay about the same as far as that's concerned?
I definitely feel, just even connecting to the breath, right? Just automatically calms the system down. I feel clearer. I feel calmer. So absolutely, there is a change after just visualizing, stating some of the statements out loud, so they feel more real.
Great.
And then connecting it to the breath. I feel a lot calmer right now than when we started.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Well, thank you so much, Pardeep, for taking part in this practical portion of guided mindfulness.
Thanks
for
so
happiness.
much. Yeah, well, if you've helped me, I will send this video to everybody.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Okay.
Let's review the benefits of these various techniques. The first is stress reduction and relaxation. The second is improved mental focus and performance. And again, this can be in any area of your life. Pain management, whether it's chronic or whether it's acute, something that has just happened. Pain can be dealt with quite effectively through meditative techniques. Emotional regulation and mental resilience. And by regulating your emotions, it allows for different ways to express, to react, to respond. Improved sleep and recovery. Many individuals have benefited from doing some sort of meditative practice prior to sleeping, just to calm and relax the whole system. Behavioral change and motivation. Using meditative practices can be very useful in working with different types of changes that you want to make in your life for a more positive sense of health and well-being. So to summarize all of those, meditative practices can help with mental calm and clarity, providing a powerful way to reduce your stress and improving mental focus. It also assists with physical and emotional healing because these practices support your body's natural healing mechanisms and emotional well-being. And enhanced performance. They improve mental rehearsal, making them valuable tools for your personal development and performance improvement in various areas such as physical activities, work, and personal goals. So by combining meditative practices, you can harness a comprehensive approach to mental and physical well-being, addressing stress, focus, pain, sleep, and emotional health simultaneously. And once again, you can do this anytime, anywhere. It doesn't cost you anything, and you don't need any special equipment except for you.